the C30 pocket controller is one of our most beloved and charming devices. It's a desk controller, as you can see, and it's meant for a basic use case scenario. So it has only 8 buttons and a slider. The idea is that these 8 buttons are narrowed down to the exact functionality you need in any specific situation you're in, because our controllers are really meant to be customized to whatever your needs are. This can be used standalone. You could also have it alongside a larger controller like Blackmagic's own broadcast panel, or it could be with the desktop software, or it could even be one of the other SKAARHOJ controllers you know about. So let's take a look at the functions on this one. We have put a preview bus in the lower row, so you can see we have input 1, 2, and 3 selectable on these buttons. And if we look at the multi-viewer over here, we can see that currently we have input number 1, camera 1, on preview. So if I press 3, you'll see that camera 3 goes on preview now. And you can see the tally information that camera 2 is currently on program. So if I press the cut button, we'll see these two swap places, as expected, of course. The slider is like a basic T-bar. So if I use the slider, you will see the slider functionality. You can see it blends over. Standard ATEM switcher functionality. Nothing new. And yeah, there's the cut button. Sometimes we program this unit to have an auto button up here. We could also have inputs 1 to 6 instead. But on this particular model, we have used the upper 3 buttons, upper 4 buttons in fact, for more specialized functionality. One of them is surprise, fade to black. So what might happen when we press this? It fades to black. And we can see fade to black is active. Press it again, and fade to black goes away. So we also have a button for DSK1. So what is DSK1? It's the downstream keyer 1. We have put a station logo on the downstream keyer 1 right now. So we might just as well have written station logo instead of DSK1. But when I press this button, you see that the station logo graphics goes online in this corner. And next to this, we have a button called lower third. So in fact, what it does is it enables the upstream keyer 4 in the ATEM switcher. And on the upstream keyer 4, we have configured a lower third name tag. So again, for the basic user, it's clearly communicated that pressing this button will put the current media for a lower third online. And that could be controlled by somebody else who organizes all the graphics on the desktop computer, for instance. The final button is the auxiliary 1 bus. So when I press this, this is how it looks. We see no other lights than this one because this now selects input 1, 2, or 3 to the auxiliary 1 bus. So if I press 1, oops. What you see behind me, because this screen displays auxiliary 1. You see the input 1 on the screen behind me. Pressing 2, we see input 2. Pressing 3, we see input 3. So this is simply a way to configure these 3 buttons to select something different than the input source for the preview bus. And that's basically how this particular C30 pocket controller has been configured. You can have it any way you like. It's a question of programming quite simple functionality in an Arduino sketch. And either we can do it for you, or you're welcome to try it yourself. It's all open source.